Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade Classic, and our Draenei Shaman playthrough. Today we're going to start things off in Duskwood by heading south of Darkshire. We're going to take on the Skeletal Mages and the Skeletal Warriors for the first Night Watch quest. So that is where we're headed. From there we'll kind of circle around. We need to head all the way back out to Raven Hill and the cemetery to wrap some things up there. Also have Nightbane Shadow Weavers to take care of in a couple of different places. But yeah, welcome guys, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for clicking on the video and choosing to spend some of your time here with me in Azeroth. I really do appreciate that. Now, we don't need to worry about getting all of the skeletal fingers here or anything else like that. We just need the mages and the warriors. The fingers, the rot blossoms, all that stuff we can get out at the graveyard while we're working on other quests. What would be really cool is if I put some buffs up here and actually tried to play the class correctly. Got a druid buddy stealthing around here. Almost didn't see him. Amongst all these level 22s, we've got an insane ghoul here who wants to take a little bite out of us. We'll let him chew on a totem for a little bit here. Not a great time to be out of mana. That's true. It's funny that he was going to run all the way to the entrance of the gate instead of coming over the fence. Obviously they have no ability to jump or even shamble over something. But it would have probably pulled both of these guys with him had he done that. Every day that I don't do a dungeon, I regret more and more going Alliance on this character. I mean, the original intention of it was to have an Alliance character. But the more I play on an Alliance character on a class that I like, the more I realize that I don't really like Alliance that much. Talked about my reasons a little bit in the past. Most of it has to do with the accessibility of dungeons, which is kind of unfortunate because obviously that's something that clears up once you get into Outland and all the dungeons are equally accessible by either faction. It's really just something that is extremely hindering to like the 1 to 60 experience, which unfortunately is a large chunk of the game right now. It won't always be a large chunk of the game, but it is for right now. We have all the warriors that we need. Do we need any more mages? Yeah, it looks like we need a couple. One more mage. Well, that was a misclick and a wasted water, so I'm not gonna drink right now. Instead, we're just gonna run out of here, and eventually we'll have mana to shapeshift into Ghost Wolf form. I think our next stop is gonna be over here at the Nightbane Shadow Weavers for Worgen in the Woods. Let's get that taken care of while we're kind of in the vicinity. So there are Dark Runners here and Shadow Weavers. We are only looking for the Shadow Weavers right now. We'll be back to take care of the other types of worgen here a bit later on. Okay. Great. Realizing the Dark Runner here is level 29 to our level 27, which is definitely not ideal or the situation that I really want us to be in. Because it's very draining on all of our resources. Okay, well, let's try to eat and drink here. And we are going to try to avoid the Dark Runners when we can. Although the Shadow Weavers are also level 28. It's really weird, you know, we come here, we pick up all the quests. Some of the quests are above us in level, and some of the quests we, like, literally don't get experience for. It's obviously designed that you come here, you do some stuff, and then you leave and go do other stuff somewhere else. Which we could do. We have a couple of things in the wetlands that I need to take care of, including just turning a quest in to the Green Warden. We need to do that at some point before we lose that quest. Which will probably happen soon. So yeah, maybe we'll do a few things here today, take care of some of the green quest. Obviously we might end up doing some of the yellow quest, and then I think I'm going to head back to the wetlands and work on some things over there for a bit. Apparently... Oh shit. Okay, fucking cool. I don't know how we pulled the guy way back there. I understand that we pulled the two, that's totally fine. I really don't get how the third guy pulled. But obviously we're just fighting in kind of a shit spot, so... Maybe we fight them from a different angle. And have a little bit more success. Iron can't get that yet, that's really sad, but what are you gonna do? Another Dark Runner. Perfect. Yeah, I think I just like, you know what I did was coming in here this way was a huge mistake. I should have just come in here from the fucking road, and then I would have been confronted with the Shadow Weavers first. We wouldn't be dealing with all these Dark Runners, and I'd have an actual way out of here, whereas like right now I don't have a way out. I guess we could try to work our way out. We'd have to fight a bunch of guys that we don't need. That's gonna get really tedious. It's gonna get really tedious. Good, now we're beating his corpse. That makes sense. So we can't fight any of these guys. We kind of learned that. Let's just avoid the entire group. We're just going to circle around them. There's 4 of them here, and it seems like we're going to pull every single one of them if we choose to engage with any of them. Okay, so here's the road. Up front there just are some normal worgen that we also don't need at all. Dark Runners that we don't need at all. So we are going to have to fight through a bunch of stuff we don't need to find the few guys that we do. Probably a good time to make some more bandages. I don't think they heal for a lot. 161. Yeah, that's, well, that's pretty shit, actually. That is not gonna help us. Not even a little bit. Can we find one more? Yeah, here we go. Alright, well, the next, what is this bronze tube here? Can we buy this off of somebody? I thought we were gonna have to get this on the auction house, but maybe we can just get this from a general goods vendor or something. I'm not really sure. Huh. Either way, we are gonna head out to the graveyard now. Just kind of work our way safely out towards the road here and avoid these guys. And then once we get to the graveyard, we're going to be looking for ghoul fangs, spider venom, skeletal fingers, rot blossoms. I think that's basically it. We can fight Morladim if we find a group of people to do that. We can take that on whenever. I don't think I'm in a big rush to do that unless we see somebody trying to confront him, and then we can try to get into a group. But either way, not a big deal. We will be here for a while. It's a level 30 quest, so no real risk of out-leveling it. Let's feed the Jitters.
How are you?
We do have your food. And then finding the shadow, after we give him food, he says, "Who are you? Leave me be." But we just fed you. You know who we are. We did a bunch of shit so you can have lunch. Jitters sighs. Yes, I'm the author of that book. You finally found me. Well, if you read the journal, then you only know half of it. The book you found was only half finished. I had to leave it at Sven's farm when I fled there. Here, take my completed journal to Sven. It describes more fully what happened at his farm. Although this journal has been my only company these past weeks, if giving it up keeps me from having to face Sven and his wrath, I do so willingly.
Have a good one.
So basically there were some Dark Riders. They came out of the place here in the middle of the zone, I believe. A bunch of worgens spilled forth. The Dark Riders came. Jitters fled, and he watched them kill Sven's family and didn't do anything, and then he buried the journal. That's basically the gist of it. I could be missing some stuff, but don't really know how important that is. Alright, we can get rot blossoms from these guys and skeletal fingers. I think the problem is for me that we'll also get a kill quest eventually. I mean, the other problem for me is that, you know, I'm stupid and didn't set my Hearthstone. Which would have been really smart. I think I want to turn in the first part of the Night Watch to see if the next part has to do with these skeletal horrors. But let's run out to Sven and get this turned into him first and see what he wants us to do. And yeah, I might just hearth back to Lakeshire and fly down. It might be faster than trying to run all the way back. I don't have anything to turn into Abercrombie right now. Yeah, we really should have just ran back and turned the kill quest in. That was my mistake.
Well met.
This journal explains much to me and sets me on the path against the Dark Riders. I have seen these riders in Duskwood and have seen them speak with the wizard Morbin Fell at the Forlorn Row. Morbin Fell is a necromancer and an ally to the Dark Riders. I would pit you against the power of Morbin Fell, but I will not send you against the vile fiend without first knowing your strength. You have already proven your bravery to me, but if you truly wish to face the necromancer, then you must now prove your skill against his minions. Raiders, healers, and warders? Okay. So, maybe we... Yeah, you know what? I still think I'm gonna go back to town. Yeah, it might be a waste of time, but... I'm gonna do it. We're gonna go back to Lakeshire and jump on a quick flight.
Hello. Have a good one.
Guess I never realized we can get the ghoul things we need from north of town, that we don't have to get them from this part of the graveyard here. I wonder what the level comparison is between the guys north of town and the guys out at the graveyard.
King's honor, friend.
Impressive. It would seem that you are capable enough to handle yourself. Perhaps a more suitable challenge could be found for one of your abilities. It is curious though, the worgen seem to just appear out of thin air, but then with all the other strange creatures that have moved across our borders, I suppose it's only one of many concerns. You might have noticed some larger worgen wandering around the Shadow Weavers in the woods. From what we can tell, these dark runners make up the bulk of the worgen numbers. On my rangings, I've also noticed that they have overrun the rotting orchard southwest of town. These worgen are a bit tougher than the last you faced.
Be careful.
No, they're basically the same, man. It's like one level difference. And they run pretty fast, I believe, when they're low on health, so...
Hey there.
The Night Watch. Splendid. For all your service to the people of Darkshire, you shall be rewarded. I'm getting reports of an undead infestation in the forest. If you're up to the job, journey to Ravenhill Graveyard and slay 15 of those vile skeletal fiends and 15 horrors. Here's what we needed. There are also reports of skeletons just south of Darkshire on the Tranquil Garden Cemetery. The undead must be driven from Duskwood.
Be careful.
Yeah, so that gives us a whole bunch to do way back out there. Do we need to do anything while we're here? Well, we need to set our hearthstone. That could be smart, Robert. Yeah, why don't you just do that?
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
Not that we're going to be able to use it again today. That's about all we can do.
Safe travels.
I'm gonna go ahead and just use some editing magic so that you guys don't have to watch this same run twice. Well, you know, we could... Yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm not gonna take on these guys. I thought maybe we could come down here, fight these runners. We could fight the runners. They're a couple levels ahead of us. Let's just not bother with it right now. I'm gonna edit out the run for you guys, though. So yeah, basically we should be able to work on like 3 or 4 quests at once. The Rot Blossoms, Ghoul Fangs, Skeletal Fingers for the Totem of Infliction, Fiends and Horrors for the Night Watch, and Raiders, Healers, and Warders for Proving Your Worth. We have to kill like only like 70 or 80 enemies. No big deal, right? No big deal. It's only 70 or 80 enemies. Are we gonna finish this today? Probably not. We'll see what we can get done. It's a lot. There's Morladim right there doing his route. No other players seem to be poised to take him down, so we'll just ignore him for the time being. Don't think we're going to be able to take on a level 30 elite. Ghoul Fangs, okay. Yeah, I don't really want to focus ghouls just yet, but we might as well. I guess it really doesn't matter what we do in what order. Yes, these things. The flesh-eating worms that can pop out of these guys. I forgot about that, and I hate those things. They are incredibly annoying and can be hard to target. I usually just press the T button for the auto attack on the most readily available target, and that tends to take care of them, but they can be pretty annoying. Here they are again. Physical damage taken is increased by 5. Stamina is reduced by 3. 10% chance to spread Wandering Plague on hit. Beautiful. Beautiful. We got some Intellect and Spirit Bracers that we're going to equip. Yeah, intellect and spirit. Sure, I'll take it. It's better than no stats at all. 6 spirit bracers. No, we'll leave those alone. I'm going to take the intellect here, and just maybe having a bigger mana pool will help us. I really don't know. We are burning through mana quite a bit. A couple of you guys told me really early on when I started this character, you said, yeah, Shaman is going to eventually feel a lot like the mage, Rob. It's going to feel a lot like the mage. Even if you're enhancement, Robert, you're going to be drinking a lot. And for a while, that wasn't the case. But you guys were right. I like to tell people when they were right, so that they know that their words were not wasted. Obviously, it did not inform my decision making, but I do want to circle back and say yes, you were right. Because of our general squishiness and our reliance on casting a lot, typically, we do sometimes feel a little bit like the mage. Because we're either going to need to eat or drink, because we're either going to be low on health or we're going to be low on mana. It's going to be one or the other. If we finish the combat quickly enough to keep most of our health, then we're going to be low on mana. If we don't use a lot of mana, then look, I mean, we basically, we might die to these things. Yeah, I'm going to die to some low-level worms. We have 3 health left. I mean, it's getting serious. It's getting serious. We're seriously squishy right now. Part of it is that we haven't been getting any more gear since our Dead Mines run. I don't think we've gotten a single decent upgrade. Other part is that we're wearing leather, you know? We're not wearing chain, we're not wearing plate, and we're taking all these hits. Kinda wishing I can get a good one-hander and go back to the shield, you know? I don't know how much difference that would make, but it has to help a little bit. I didn't really mean to at first, but yeah, I guess we're focusing these ghoul things now until we're done with them. I mean, I didn't see what happened. I think this thing fell into the ground here. I don't know. He ran over that way. I don't know what he's doing, but he's scaring the hell out of me. Got a level 29 Shaman back there. They look like their health gravitates right exactly where our health does, which is about at 50%. Alright, we only need one more Ghoul Fang, and then we can focus on some other objectives here, but it'll be nice to have this one done at least. We need Rockbiter weapon back up, that would help. There's more Ladim again, getting perilously close to where we're at. I'm sure he's going to jump us and kill us at least once while we're in this zone. I think I've been crushed out of existence by him on every character that I've leveled through here. At least one time. Really? No ghouls? Oh, here we go. Here's one back here. Alright, well, yeah, I really don't want to go down into the catacombs unless we can avoid it. I think we do eventually get a quest to go down in there for a purpose, but not right now. Well, that's it for Ghoulfangs. Cleaned up a part of the map. Let's head back down into the southern part of the cemetery and we can start working on everything else. Basically, I think we'll stay out here and do this until we're out of water and food. And once we're out of water and food, we will by necessity have to go back to town. So we'll see how far 18 more water gets us. Realizing we need to kill 15 fiends. 15 fiends, 15 horrors, 15 raiders. It's 51 guys for all the kill quests that we have. We'd have to fight at least 51 guys, and that's assuming that we didn't fight any duplicates or any ones that we didn't need. It's a pretty tall order to fill. Skeletal Raiders, we need these guys too. We might as well kind of start on them as well. Spiders I could do without. Part of me kind of wants to tackle them grouped up. Like I kind of want to focus on the fiends and horrors, honestly. I think that's the only way to make this like not an endless endeavor to my brain, is if I feel like I'm knocking out smaller objectives one at a time. Than to feel like I'm tackling all 51 of these kills all at once. Because that is a little bit mentally overwhelming, and I'd rather avoid it. We did get all the fingers that we needed, so that's good. So the Totem of Infliction is completed. The Rot Blossoms were just randomly looting from the skulls of the skeletons. These guys can't drop it, but the Fiends and the Horrors can, I believe. There's got to be more areas where the Fiends and the Horrors spawn. It can't just be this small area over here. Yeah, it says that there are some over here as well. So south, but on either side of the main road. Maybe if we keep slaughtering them, the respawn rate will crank up. Got yet another Draenei Shaman here. This guy is same level as us, level 27. He's going at it with a cooking roll and a shield. Perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. He's probably having a better time of it than we are because he's probably not losing all of his health every fight. That last pull was just greed. We probably should have ate and drank, but I wanted to get this guy before someone else did. So we pushed it. And it's fine. Let's cross over into the western part of the graveyard here and see what we have. Yeah, there are more horrors and fiends over here as well, so that's good. Got a dwarf hunter over here. That's different. Level 28. Got some grave robbers over here. I don't think I've ever had a quest to deal with these grave robbers, but I would love to. I'd love to have to deal with them. They seem like they're probably a bunch of jerks. But for now, we're going to leave them to it. Oh, you're a healer. We need you, but for a different quest, so I really don't want to focus you too much. That being said, we only need 3 of you, so if I can just randomly find 3 of you, that would be okay. The rest of you guys are raiders. We need 15 raiders. And only 3 healers. How strange is that? 15 of one and 3 of the other. That makes perfect sense. I wonder if we're going to see any of these healers actually cast a heal. Doesn't seem likely at this point. Oh, there's the heal. And the interrupt of the heal. Sorry, buddy. Can't be having none of that healing going on. Alright, so that's the healers that we need, so at least that's done. 10 more fiends, 5 more horrors, we'll have that. Let's head back to an area where we can find more of those. I really wish that focused proc would stack. There are times when I hear it proc twice before we've even been able to use it on the first proc, and it would be really, really cool if it's stacked. We could actually lay some totems down, you know, and like act like we're a shaman. It could be helpful. I'm not sure how helpful it will be, but I mean, at this point, it really can't hurt us too much. Alright, we've got all the horrors we need. Now we need some fiends. And I'm fairly certain that they all just kind of share spawns, so we probably just need to keep killing the horrors and the fiends when we see the horrors, because we want fiends to pop back up in their place, essentially. Maybe we go investigate the other side of the graveyard again, see if anything's respawned over that way. Besides Black Fathom Deeps, I really don't like any of the dungeons that we have access to. Razorfin Crawl is okay. I need to double check the level that we can go there. It's going to be a little bit of a pain to get to. Somebody told me that in order for my flight point that I picked up in Ashenvale to connect a ratchet, I have to have a flight point in Azshara. Which, I believe it. It'd be pretty stupid if that was the case, but I definitely believe that the game is set up that way. That'd be rather unfortunate. Just makes it really difficult for us to do anything in the Barrens, obviously. The Barrens is a big horde area, but there are a few dungeons there. There's Wailing Caverns, Ragefire Chasm, Razorfen Downs, Razorfen Crawl, and when we don't have like easy flight points that we get naturally through questing there, it makes it really hard to get groups together for those dungeons. So yeah, I don't know. And it's funny that like that pain point of not being able to access all those dungeons was removed originally in Wrath of the Lich King in the 0.3 patch, because they added the automated looking for group tool, and then suddenly Alliance could do some of those dungeons and you just got ported to them. Now that we're not getting that pain point is never going to be solved. And if that's the case, I don't think I will ever level another Alliance character through the old world again. This will probably be the last Alliance character that I level through this content. Because it has sucked not being able to go do those dungeons, not being able to do Wailing Caverns, not being able to comfortably do Shadowfang Keep. You know, it's just, and yeah, we can do that. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's terribly inconvenient and a big time sink. And it's not for the Horde. That's the biggest problem. Alright, we're done with that. We are done with that. The only thing we have left... Oh no, we need... Okay, 2 more fiends. Okay, we're almost done. Almost done. We'll get our 2 more fiends right now and just, be happy with that. And yeah, from here, I am gonna go ahead and get us back to town. Looks like they had to kill Stitches again.
Well met.
The people of Darkshire thank you. You have proven yourself to be a great ally of the Night Watch. The situation at Raven Hill is still grim. The safety of Darkshire is in your hands. I don't have enough watchers to keep the town safe. We need you to dispatch for Raven Hill yet again and rid the eastern mausoleum of 20 plague spreaders. Okay, good. 12 slot ammo pouch. Yeah, that's useless. 10 slot bag could be good.
Safe travels.
Nope. Wrong building.
Hey there. See you later.
And he's made us the zombie juice that we'll have to take back to Abercrombie.
Well met. Light bless you.
And Madame Eva has made us the Totem of Infliction. So yeah, that's gonna be it for now, guys. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break here. Sorry for the bit of a shorter episode. Thank you all so much for being here. A big special thank you to those of you who are with me on the YouTube membership and on Patreon. Thank you so much, those that do. That is the support that is gonna allow me to keep doing what I do, hopefully long into the future. So it is much appreciated. Everyone take care of yourselves out there, and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again really soon. Bye now.